Isn't reality such a natural, dramatic thing? And yet it's every day. It's just the day-to-day, second by second of your life and your perception. It's all coming in, from within you. Your command central there, within you. Every second of your life, that's what's happening. And whether you're asleep or you're awake, your innate awareness is still right there. Reality. Your ability to have direct experience of reality. I mean reality, folks. You're telling me reality is, debts and car payments and this and, but that's just the activity of life. Okay, yeah, that's real, definitely. But what's your reality of being? What's your reality of you? And it's not that. That's just the activity. Oh, that's the situation of that culture, and here we are. That's what we do. For this thing, so we can, have food or the rent paid or all those little things, right? That's the activity, but that ain't reality, folks. We're talking about reality. Well, some people know, right? Some people just got that curiosity. It just nags them their whole life. Some people, something happens or nothing happens, and suddenly they start thinking about and paying attention to. Well, death is certain. So what the hell's going on with life? What's this whole thing of life? What's the really thing? Not just how you got to survive in the culture you're in. Beyond that, how you're going to live, you're going to die. What did you do? What did you know? What did you learn? Understand? Well, that's relative stuff, right? But the big one, the big one, and I mean the big one, is to get to the point of knowing, well, is there anything about this life you might want to know? Beyond all just the relative things of car payments and food bills and kids or not kids and divorce or not divorce or single or married or gay or straight or any old thing, right? Isn't there? Because death is certain. Well, sure there is. It's called reality. A real reality. And it's there within you. It already was there. Always was there. Always was there. Eh? Now, it didn't matter to reality whether you recognized it or not. It doesn't have an agenda. It doesn't have an interest of making a choice of the TV channel you're going to watch. It doesn't have any interest in it. It doesn't have any participant in that. But it's your basic aspect. Well, geez, maybe that's something you ought to know. Why? What's the value in that? Well, because when you start this inquiry, because you notice that, and you start to pay attention that death is certain. So, what is there? What is there? And you start looking, you pay attention, you start to notice the transitoriness of just thinking. So you say, well, that's thinking stuff. Well, hell, that's just to get around in the culture you're in. Of course, it's part of perception. It's not you. It's still just perception. And because then you look inside all that, and you say, yeah, well, that's just activity. Then you say, well, there seems to be sort of an observer within you that's going on, looking out through your eyes, listening through your ears, and an observer. That's you. that you're saying that's your personality, that's the observer of you. But then you look into that. All right, let's sit there and look into this observer idea. And that vaporizes. It just, what's there? Nothing. There isn't a form. There isn't a central thing, per se. It's just, as an analogy, it's sort of like air. Open. Awake. Kind of just, there. There's not much else you can say about it. And yet when you get to directly experience it, well then, wait a minute. It all kind of fits together. If you know awareness itself, basic thing, your basic component, and you have some direct experience with it, and it doesn't have an agenda, and it doesn't have a center, and it doesn't have an higher, and it doesn't care about this versus that. And by golly, when you experience that, all that other stuff fades away. Instantly. It doesn't fade away. For a little bit, it's like gone. Absolutely gone. And then you're just there. Well, what are you there for? What's there? Now, see, you got to do it yourself. It is there. I'm talking from direct experience. Trying to share something that might be of value and interest to, for those who are curious, who are those who have an inclination about what, kind of wanting to know what this whole thing is. Want to know reality. And say, it's available to know in your life. You can do it. Because you have it already. You already got it. It's recognizing something that's, hey, wait a minute, I know that. That's right. And how pervasive that is. Oh, wait a minute, when you recognize, boom, there isn't any border. There isn't any boundary. There isn't just something within me. Obviously, it's awareness itself. It doesn't have all these things. And yet there it is. You have direct experience. It clarifies. It vaporizes off all sorts of neurosis. It's really about cultural definition and prejudice, hindrance to your knowledge. Because when you're just in awareness, you're in more of a natural knowledge, understanding, the real basics of the thing, which is pretty big. Pretty big. The great equanimity of all things. But you have to find out for yourself. You've heard it someplace. You've heard it here. But is it really true? Is it that it? Is that it? Well, you heard of this one. And it's up to you, though, to say, I'm on that similar path. I want to know what's really going on. Death is certain. So what are we doing? Is there a purpose? Is there a purpose? And then on you go. And then you find out for yourself. Hopefully you find out for yourself. Or directly experience for yourself that which you already have. And then you'll know.